And what kind of conversations were you all having on the sidelines as things started to kind of slip away?
I don't think frustrating is a fair word to use when we watch the offense go out there, because we love them. Like, we're playing for each other. And so I don't really think frustrating is the right word to use. Like, obviously it stinks when they don't have the production that you'd love to see, but it's like, hey, we're going to try to pick you up because we love you. And that's a big thing for us. Like, trying to stay out of the negative space, that's something we continue to work on. And obviously working on complementary football, because didn't show up tonight. Hopefully we can kind of turn it around here a little bit and stay positive with the fight that we're fighting.
Dillon, Kansas State possessed the ball for over 37 minutes. How was that for you guys as a unit? Was that draining mentally or physically at all, just trying to stop Deuce Vaughn for that long?
I mean, we're used to playing tempo teams that run like 80 or 90 plays a game, so I wouldn't say it's physically that demanding. You kind of got to line up. It makes it quite a bit easier mentally, actually, because you have time to communicate and you can solve some issues. So I don't think that's necessarily it. It can kind of lull you to sleep a little bit when it comes with the slow pace of play. Just bringing that edge every snap. When a drive is going for. I looked up at the clock after the first drive, and there was like 6 minutes left or something in the first quarter, and it really just comes down to doing the basics better, and it is a little bit difficult because I think mentally, football is a lot of between the snaps, how you handle things, whether that's emotionally or mentally, physically, all those things. But if you mess up, it gives you a little bit more time to think about that mess up, and so it is hard to kind of bounce back when they go slow like that. I think that's probably the best way to say it. Yeah.
Dillon, you mentioned the team being heartbroken, but still with 2 big games left to go. How do you keep that from creeping into the last 2 contests?
Say the last part again, sorry.
How do you keep the heartbreak from creeping into the last 2 games, keep it from spiraling?
Yeah, 24-hour rule. It's big in football. You win a game, it's 24 hours, and you turn it over, it's the next thing. You lose a game, you eat it, and box it up, move on. This hurts for everybody. Obviously, everybody knows what was on the line tonight, probably too much. You just box it and move on. It is really hard to do, but it's the same thing with life. So I think it's a really good skill to learn, and you can't let the past affect the future, and you got to stay grounded in the present and continue to move through your challenges, through your values, and those are the things that we talk about every day. It's person over player. It's the whole program motto, and that's what's important to us. And obviously you love to lift trophies at the end of the year and all those things, but football is bigger than that. And we have to realize that and move through with the next 2 weeks with growth and positivity and play with the love that we have for each other.
Yeah, Dillon, just kind of building off that, you mentioned like 3 more times to line up with these guys. In the raw emotion right now, how do you feel about next week, knowing it's going to be the last time at McLean Stadium and you want this taste out of your mouth?
Yeah, I had a little bit of those thoughts today, just like you drive in and it's the second to last time playing in the stadium that you've played all your games in. And so, I had a little bit of that today. But really, it's trying to take the emotion out of it next week. You love to play with that raw passion and everything, and I think that's great to use it for positivity, but I think emotion can kind of cloud your head sometimes. And so I'm not sure that next week before the game is the time to be thinking of all of the lasts, because, we're going to be facing a top 4 opponent, assuming they stay up there. I have no idea how they did today, but yeah. When we're done with all of this, I'll look back and I'll have a chance to really appreciate what my time at Baylor means. But I mean, we have a 2-week sprint here with 2 great teams to play, and really excited to show how hard we can play and how we can grow from this, because that's what's important. Thanks.